Good morning. Welcome back to Little Clifty Homestead. This is day 2. We did the garden, we picked the beans, and we done everything else. So now I have to do chores before I can go, and I want some plants, the herbs that I have here that are looking bad that I've had these here for a couple of weeks now, and they look really bad, but we just hadn't had the space to do it. I need to, I hope you can hear me over the fan running for the potatoes. But we pulled all the cabbage, so we got to pull those up. We picked a bunch of tomatoes, so I think we're going to do spaghetti sauce today. So, and you never know. I want to plant the herbs, but I'm going to do laundry first. I am doing laundry in my dasher. You're like, oh, what in the world is that? This is a handheld washing machine, a hand-done washing machine. This is my dasher. I absolutely love it, but I only do it I love it because I get to do it on occasion. Whenever I have the time or I feel like it. We have a washing machine we bought 4 years ago, and it started leaking a little bit, so my husband thought, he said, oh, seals went out, he thought he fixed it. Well, he fixed it, and it ran about a couple more months, and then the other day it wasn't a big load, it was just like white clothes or something, I don't know, but it was just a small load, and it sounded like it was just going to fall apart. It sounded awful, and it started leaking really bad. So now my 4-year-old washing machine is now not working. So now I'm resorted to this. So every day I come out here and do a load of clothes, and it takes me a while, but I enjoy it because look, I got a beautiful scenery. Let me turn you around. I have a beautiful scenery. I can see my garden there, my farm. So I get to see my garden. Then I get to see, I'm showing you, then I get to see my chickens, and then just the beautiful scenery. So come along with me as I work. And I apologize now for the lighting. We got all of our, well, most. We still got the cabbage to wash, but we got everything washed from our harvest from last night, yesterday, where you saw we picked the beans and you saw the beans. But now we are going to weigh the tomatoes. We're going to use a recipe out of this book. This is the first time I've used a recipe out of this book, but it's pretty much the same as the Ball canning pressure canning. Hold on. This book, if you want to can and you can, this book is probably one of our most used. It has a lot of recipes, so this would be a book that if you would really like to get into canning and you like to do different recipes, this book is one of the, I guess it's probably my top 5, don't you think? So it's my top 5, and this is the one we use the most. But anyway, so, and I will link this one in the description, where you can go and find it and you can read about it. But this one's coming out of this. Like I said, it's pretty much identical to that one. It's just a little bit different on the spices, and this one has a little bit more spices in it. So we're gonna go with this one and try this one. But everything else is the same. So we're gonna do spaghetti with meat sauce. We do spaghetti without, and then we do spaghetti with. And last year we used the spaghetti with the meat sauce because, like, you know, when you forget to lay some meat out or something like that, it comes in handy because you already got the meat in your spaghetti sauce. So this is what we're going to do. It calls for 30 pounds of tomatoes. So we're going to weigh our tomatoes. Now, something that we're going to do different is, instead of standing over and cooking it and waiting for it to boil and simmer down and stir, we're going to put it in the roaster, and we're going to let it on low, and we're going to let it cook all night tonight and evaporate. I saw this on some other YouTube channels that I follow, and I did the ketchup like that, and oh my goodness, it was a game changer. We will prepare it today. We'll turn it on low, the lowest setting. Let it keep the top off. Let it evaporate. All the water and juices evaporate. And tomorrow morning we come in here and it'll be a thick spaghetti sauce. We'll stir it, and then all we have to do is pour it in our jars and can it. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do our tomatoes and put it in the roaster. Get everything mixed up. And then we're going to let it cook. So come along. Okay, so we were gifted, my son was gifted a bunch of ears of sweet corn. So we changed our plans. The spaghetti sauce just went off. I just turned it off. So now we're out here in the yard cutting, shucking, and silking corn.